Hi there, my name is Mr Krug. Welcome to my channel. This is the place for all things AP Chemistry. If you're new here, take a look around. I think you'll like what you see. Check out the playlists, that's where the action is, and especially check out the AP Chemistry full course playlist. That is going to be your key to success in AP Chem this upcoming year. And of course, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Now, for most of you, it's summertime, but there are still a lot of students that ask what they should be doing over the summer to get ready for AP Chemistry. Now, assuming that you've successfully completed an honors chemistry course at your school, you really don't need to do a whole lot. You do not need to spend your summer buried in chemistry books. Get out there and enjoy your summer. Now, I know some students are being sold on the idea that they have to learn certain units before they even start the school year. They're paying hundreds of dollars to spend days and days learning stoichiometry or something else like that before the school year even starts. You do not need to do this. If you had a halfway decent honors chemistry course at your school, you'll be fine. Now, that being said, there are some basic skills you're expected to know going into the AP Chem course. And you probably already learned these in honors chemistry, but if you're not sure or you feel a little rusty, you might want to take a little time to review them. But you don't need to spend days and days doing this. There are really 5 topics that I would say are prerequisites for AP Chem. The first one is a big one, and this is dimensional analysis. That means you should be able to make unit conversions and convert from one unit to another. In your first year chemistry class or even a general science class, you probably already learned how to do this and got good at it. But make sure that you can convert from one unit to another using dimensional analysis. The second basic skill is the concept of significant figures. Make sure that you can count the number of significant figures in a measurement. Be able to make a calculation and round off your answer to an appropriate number of significant figures. The third basic skill is understanding the most important SI prefixes. Now, there are lots of SI prefixes, but there are 3 of them that we use more than the others in AP Chem: milli, nano, and kilo. And specifically, you need to know how to very quickly, in your head, convert back and forth between milliliters and liters. Realize that there are 1,000 milliliters in a liter. Be able to convert back and forth between nanometers and meters. Realize that there are 1 billion nanometers in a meter, or if you prefer, 10 to the 9th power nanometers in a meter. Be able to convert back and forth between joules and kilojoules. Know that there are 1,000 joules in a kilojoule. Those are your essential SI prefixes for this course. A fourth basic skill is knowing the essentials of the periodic table. Understand the difference between periods and groups. You don't have to go home and memorize all 118 names and symbols, but you should be fairly familiar with the more common symbols and names, especially the first 40 or so elements on the table. Know the difference between an atomic number and atomic mass, things like that. The fifth basic skill is to be familiar with chemical nomenclature. That means writing formulas for chemical compounds from the name and writing the name of a compound from its chemical formula. Now, they don't specifically test this on the AP exam. College Board kind of assumes you already know how to do it. Now, all 5 of these basic skills are considered prior knowledge that you've already learned before enrolling in AP Chemistry. And like I said before, if you've had a good honors chemistry class, you've already learned these things and you don't have to spend weeks prepping for AP Chem over the summer. Now, you can actually review these basic skills very easily right here on my channel. If you go up to the playlist link right here on my channel, look for the playlist titled Unit 0, Getting Ready for AP Chemistry. That Unit 0 playlist has 7 videos, and you can watch them all in about an hour and 10 minutes. And then when the school year starts, you'll be ready to jump in and learn the actual AP content. Units 1 through 9, all 91 topics in the course. And I've got everything you need to succeed. I have videos that cover every single one of those 91 topics. I work lots of practice questions in my videos. Remember that I also provide the ultimate review packet. It's the best review resource for AP Chemistry out there. The ultimate review packet has the guided notes to all of my 103 AP daily videos. It has a 30-minute unit summary video for each unit, practice questions, both multiple choice and free response, tips and tricks to help you score your best, along with 2 full-length online exams, just like you'll see on the big day in May. Hey, it's going to be a great year. Enjoy your summer, and thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you soon.